Welcome to our channel. My name's James.
My name's Ellie.
And today's video we're doing our top 7 of our favourite rides at Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure for you. We normally do home vlogs, is it lifestyle days out I guess, travel when we're allowed to. So if you like that kind of stuff, stick around, support our channel till the end of the video, it'll be really good. And we'll get into it.
Number 7 on my list is Dr. Doom's Fearful.
Why do you like Dr. Doom's Fearful? It's not because of me.
I only like it because I like seeing James's reaction.
Well, because I screamed like a little girl.
Oh god, yeah, we was on the first time we ever went on it. We was next to a little girl, weren't we? She was her own. It was me, you, and this other like young girl, probably about 12 or something. And me and this other girl, James was sat in the middle. We just sat there, and as we dropped, we were just both hysterically crying at James screaming.
Oh, and then the time we went before, we were sitting next to 2 guys on it when we went last time, and
they become like
we were like,
didn't they?
Yeah, we were like screaming together, I think, and then you were laughing, and then he was laughing at his mate, and then at us 2 laughing.
That was hilarious.
It was brilliant. That ride just.
I love how it makes your belly go when you do a drop ride, but it's just purely because
but it's different because you get shot up, which you can see, which you've seen, and it's, I don't like that kind of ride.
You do, you love it.
I do love it secretly, but I scream like a girl, like really badly.
So what's your number 7? My
number 7 on my list is the Incredible Hulk. It's a great roller coaster. Obviously, you got the launch where you go up the hill, and it's got, I think it's got like 8 inversions or something, but it is pretty quick. You get launched out the hill at like 40 miles an hour. But it is a head rattler, that's why it's number 7 on my list, because when you're going around the corkscrews and thing, it's like we've got the hard harness, your head goes like that. You can't go on it probably more than twice in a row because you'll get a headache from that ride. And that's really, it's still a great ride, it's a brilliant ride. I always go on it, but never more than twice in a row. We do it once and then maybe go
like later in the day or something.
Or another day, It's one of them head rattly rides, but it's still awesome.
So number 6 on my list is Jurassic Park River Adventure.
Yeah.
Only on one condition, if I can choose where I sit.
Yeah.
Because if I have to sit in the first few rows, no, I'm out.
Because you get absolutely drenched.
Yeah, and if I could sit in like the back row or the one before that, I'd go on it. You don't really.
And what about the rest of the ride? Why do you like the rest of it?
Just Jurassic Park. Who doesn't love Jurassic Park?
Yeah.
But if I couldn't choose where I sit, I would choose the Hulk. That's my number 6.
Okay, so that's true. So you're going with Jurassic for
Jurassic, yeah. 6. But if I can't choose where I sit, then I choose Hulk.
But on this list, it's Jurassic number 6, yeah?
Yeah.
Right,
okay. If not, I would choose them.
Right, okay. So you get to choose because you can ask them where you can get a sit, so it's not a problem.
So if they said to me, no, sorry, you can't choose where you sit today, you can be sat in row number 1.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going on it.
No. Because you get absolutely drenched. My number 6, however, is Men in Black Alien Attack. Now this is the kind of ride, you get a little car, 3 at the front, 3 at the back, you get a little laser gun, and you get, you shoot the aliens up on the targets and stuff, and you don't have to keep pulling the trigger like that, you can literally just keep your finger held on the trigger and just aim it.
Not many people know that.
So, because obviously you just wear the muscles out on your fingers, but my highest score got on that ride was 560,000, and we got Galaxy Defender, which is the highest ranking on the ride, and it's great because you can shoot the other car's drive port thing to make them spin round.
He knows all the tips and tricks.
I watch Rick's flicks and that, so he gives a lot of tips, so I know I get a really high score on that one.
So cool.
And I love that ride. If anyone hasn't seen our recent videos, like our Top Golf one that went out last week, foot golf, and just some other, I don't think we've done anything else competitive, but me and Ellie are really competitive against each other.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
I'll try and stop her from scoring points. Yeah, friendly competitiveness.
So number 5 for me is Men in Black. Again, same reasons as James. It's a great fun ride, and although I never win against James, I still try my very best.
Yeah, you'll never win against me because I know all the tricks and that, don't I? I know the hidden eyes and the bushes.
Well, what gets me is like I don't know where my laser is, so I'm just thinking that.
Yeah, but if you get the gun and you aim down it, sight like that, you know where the laser's going to be because the laser's not going to go 45-degree angle to the right or left, is it?
What my eyesight's like. It's not great. Probably should wear glasses.
My eyesight's not that great. If anyone don't know,
lenses.
I wear contact lenses and I'm -7 in one eye, -650 in this eye, and I have to wear glasses.
Yeah.
So.
But I probably should be wearing my glasses, but.
No. That's your fault for losing then, isn't it? That's your own fault. I can't say much more about that. So my number 5 is the Jurassic Park River Adventure one. I know where to sit on the ride, not to get wet as much, but you get a nice light mist in your face where you go down a big drop where the T-Rex is. I like seeing all the theming. I like seeing the animatronic dinosaurs, which I think they could do with a bit of an update. And I love the doors as well, the music. And I like the Velociraptor bit, the cage, and then there's a little dinosaur on the boat trying to chew off the netting and stuff. And then the one bit I do love is just before you drop, you've got a massive T-Rex goes to bite you just as you're dropping, and it's about a 100-foot drop, and it's great. I scream on that. I'm not afraid to admit I scream like a little girl on them drops because I absolutely love it. Because when I went on my own and sitting next to a kid, and we were just talking the whole way because he was on his own too, and I think we both screamed together down it. Excuse me, it's so much fun. So
number 4 for me is Revenge of the Mummy. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Revenge of the Mummy. Bloody love this ride. Like,
yeah,
I'm kind of. It should be higher really because it's a great ride, but
yeah,
there's just some other rides that just tip this one.
Yeah. So my one, I'm the same as Ellie. Number 4, mine's the Mummy, and just so. Even though the Mummy's number 4 for me on this list, the top 4, they're so close. I love them so much. Obviously, they've all got different thrill factors.
We could quite happily go on Mummy over and over again.
Yeah, but please don't judge the top 3 because these 4 are so close together. I found it really hard to rank them myself.
Yeah, I did.
Like with the Mummy, the whole being in the darkness. I've only watched one of the films as a kid, and I love it. I'll never forget the first bit. You go through this golden jewel room. And then flames come up everywhere, and then all of a sudden the mummies come, they go up like that. And the first time I went on it, I must have jumped about 2 foot out of my seat. If that bar weren't there, I probably would have jumped harder in the ride vehicle. So I'm quite jumpy.
Even the queue ride, the ride for the queue.
You found it scary, didn't you?
Queue for the ride, sorry.
Yeah.
It's terrifying. Like.
Yeah, I know where all the ride cameras are on the photos.
Yeah, every single ride on this.
So you can see on our Instagram, we've got a couple of photos that were on there recently, and probably popping a photo of you now of one of them that we got. I was like, Ellie, on this drop, look over to the right, because everyone always looks down to the left, because the car like naturally dips, and I just love that ride.
Yeah,
that's so re-rideable. Sorry about that one. It's so re-rideable. We literally do it again and again and again. And it's great. Yeah. All I remember is the last time I went in it, I tucked my lanyard in, and my park pass got ripped out, and luckily it didn't fall on the ride somewhere. I got it back 2 rides later, didn't we? I'm so glad we didn't lose that, because that was the last, even though it was the last day in the park. It's such an awesome ride. Recommend it if anyone hasn't been. All of these top 4 I do highly recommend.
Yeah. So number 3 for me is Gringotts.
Oh, it's the same as me too.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So mine's Gringotts too, mine's number 3 on my list. The reason why we've got this number 3 is I just think as soon as you step into Diagon Alley where Gringotts is, it's the feeling of them
so immersive, isn't
bringing your imagination into the Harry Potter films itself. It's just, you can picture everything in there, all the shops and stuff, like all the staff dressed up in robes and everything, and it just feels so.
And if you
if
you buy yourself a cake robe thing, or you was wearing something Harry Potter, you wouldn't feel stupid.
No, exactly.
Wearing it, would you?
No. And in the Gringotts ride, the whole, when you go in, you've got the whole bank that's really well themed.
It's really good.
With they're called gremlins? Am I thinking of the little furry things back in the day? Not gremlins,
the little weird things.
Elves, let's call them elves. Just for the purpose of this video, the whole theming just going through, it feels like you go down in a vault, you've got an elevator that takes you down, and the carts themselves are like the vehicles they use in the film. I'm not sure, I'm not sure anyway, I can't remember, there's 8 films. But the whole ride thing, it's all 3D, and when you're on the track, it feels like I can't explain it, it's just so immersive.
Yeah, it's great.
It is, isn't it?
I remember when we first went to Florida together in 2014, it broke down quite a lot, didn't it? Because it just opened.
It's just a great ride. Literally, you cannot. It's so hard to rank it. So please don't judge me for putting it 3rd. Especially the next one as well. A lot of people think, oh, why has it got that one number 2nd? But what's yours?
My number 2 is E.T. And this was really hard for me because I absolutely love E.T. I'm going it over and over again.
Yeah, so
and I know like the animatronics are really old, but
It's the nostalgia of it as a kid, isn't it?
Yeah.
And just being on.
And then like the shop after, I love the little shop when you walk through the shop after and you can have a photo on the bike and.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
VT.
I love that. And my number 2 is Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure.
Oh, what?
Now we went on it 2 months after it opened. That's what I say, please don't judge me on the list.
Oh,
it's
God.
just because I love Hagrid's, the adrenaline's great, even though it's not high or anything, and the feeling of, I'm a big guy, so you've got a bike and a small carriage. Now me being big, I'm 6 foot, I'm quite, you know, big built on my shoulders and that. Sitting in a sidecar when you're big is not fun at all.
No.
Your knees sort of touch the end of the sidecar, but being on the motorbike, it literally feels like when you're a kid and you're cycling around on your bike and you're going like that, going around the corners, and the noises they put in the speakers behind you and everything as well. All the theming's great on the ride. The launches, I think there's 6 different launches on the ride. And there's a drop, which I love. You drop about 20 foot down when you're in the Devil's Snare bit, and you get launched out of there as well, and that drop's just great. It's not a big drop, but it's enough to get your stomach doing a flip.
It's just like the whole story behind it is just amazing.
Yeah, and the was it the ended screw or something they added in from the books that's not in the films are in there. The first storytelling bit is pretty good, and you get to see Fluffy as well.
So this is the reason why Hagrid's motorbike is my number 1.
Is it?
That is why. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
I love it.
And you get a little video as well, don't you, on the thing? So we've got a little video of us on it. It's just before the end you get that video.
Yeah.
What's the other reasons why you like it? What did you
For
like,
some
sitting in
reasons-
sidecar or the bike?
Well, I liked. It's a completely different experience sitting in the bike, sitting on the bike and in the sidecar. So we done both, didn't we?
Yeah.
And obviously the sidecar wasn't very comfortable for you. I absolutely love the bike. The bike's got to be like the best one
Yeah. The
Riding
bike
the
is the
bike.
best. It'd be
But-
good if I had 2 bikes.
because James is like uncomfortable. I'd choose the sidecar.
Yeah.
And because I'm nice, I'd let him go on the bike.
Yeah, and it's one of them rides you don't have to put your hands up to enjoy it. You
No,
could
yeah.
easily just keep your hands on the motorbike handles and that, and it'd still be awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great putting your arms up, but it doesn't on a roller coaster, but you don't need to on that. And this my number 1 is E.T. Adventure. So like I said, don't judge. I love E.T.
No,
Watching it
E.T.'s
as a kid, E.T.'s just one of the best rides ever. I hope they never get rid of it, even though some of the animatronics need updating on the ride. It's just the whole thing. You can picture yourself in the movie kind of thing, being Elliot taking E.T. and he flies off into the city and stuff.
And like the little music and like the little jingles.
Yeah, it's all that, just being like feeling you're over a city as you're going into his
Yeah,
home
it's
planet,
amazing.
and seeing all these little friends. It's quite funny, and then the little baby ETs. And the one thing I used to like, you used to get a little passport with your name on it,
Yeah.
and you put it in, and ET used to say your name right at the end before you finished. And every time we put our names in, he never said our name.
I said it once.
Yeah, he said it once,
Yeah.
but it was like goodbye, John, Ellen. Couldn't say James. I don't know why. Couldn't say Ellie. Said every other name like Barbara or Winston. Stupid names like that. But it's such a great ride. They can't ever get rid of it.
No.
Even if they
So
do.
Universal do not ever get rid of E.T.
I think Spielberg's got a contract where they can't get rid of
Yeah, we
ET
were speaking
anyway.
to a cast member and in one of the shops, and he said that, you know, like, what was he saying?
You said they got a contract, so they'd
Yeah.
never get rid of it. Yeah,
So-
Spielberg said to them they can't. So that was our top 7 rides. I hope you found it interesting watching this video. Even though they are quite similar, these are the rides that pretty much when we go Universal, these are the rides we just go on over and over again. Do have an honourable mention of in the list. It didn't make the top 10, but if it was in, it'd probably be towards 4 or 5. It would be, what's the Harry Potter ride called in Hogwarts?
No, not Forbidden Journey.
I would do Forbidden Journey, not because it's 3D screens.
Oh.
It's a very sickly ride,
God, it makes me sick.
but
every time.
that's an honourable mention for me. I would definitely do
I
Forbidden
like
Journey.
it. I like it just because of the queue ride.
Yeah, and some of the theming
And the
in
actual
the thing.
in it, but like especially when like you get the Dementors and stuff come out.
Oh yeah,
That's
I
good.
jumped.
But in the
on that.
3D screens, I'm done.
No, it is good though.
I'm done. I shut my eyes.
It's a really good ride. Row of 4 and there's an robotic arm that twists, and so you feel like you're on a broomstick and everything, and you're weaving in between
That bit makes me
the
feel
tree.
sick the most. The broomstick bit.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's a 3D screen.
Yeah, it makes you feel sick.
I know, it makes everyone feel sick, but it's such a great ride. So if you did like watching that,
And we would be interested to hear your top Universal rides.
yeah, if anyone's got one, drop them down in the comments what your top 7 would be. We'd like to know,
Yeah.
wouldn't we? So if you did like the video,
please give it a like, as it really does help our channel.
yeah, and if you did love the video, go that little one step further and hit that subscribe button and come follow our journey. And we'll see you next week for another video.
See you next week.
See ya.
Ciao.
Bye. What? Okay, you just sit there smiling.
Did I say? How do you know what I said?
No, what?
Oh, my name's. I don't know if I said my name properly.
Do you just want to say that a little bit now again, quickly, just in case? Say it again now, quick.
I can't.
Go on.
And my name's Ellie.
Right, okay, we've got that bit overdone with because you didn't know whether she's going to say her name or not.